Hi guys, and welcome to the start of the CB radio build. You know what they say, better late than never. Better now than never even. So, we're going to do the power supply. We're going to build the power supply up, how we need it. I've worked out how I want it, how I'm going to do it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the power supply dealt with. So that we can, once we've got the power supply, and we're squared away there, we can then get everything fitted how we want it fitted. And I'm not sure how I'm going to mount it into the case yet, but I know how I'm going to mount everything to it. I know you'll get the point, guys, as you see me do it. But the power supply was actually fused through the neutral, and that's illegal. That's been illegal for as long as I've been alive, probably. But it was certainly made illegal in the 70s. That thing should never have got through into the UK with that like that. And I've only just, I never noticed that when I rebuilt that power supply, but I never noticed it when I rebuilt it. I've only noticed it now because I've taken it apart and taken everything out. Last time I only took the board out, but only partially out, just so that I could recap it, and I never really paid any attention. But now I'm looking at it, you know, and we've got it all out. Yeah, very lethal, shouldn't be allowed, and it isn't. So it must have snuck through somehow. Anyway, let's get to camera. Let's get to bench one. There we go. We're on bench one. Don't mind the clutter. It's just me tools. Don't mind the clutter. Just me tools and the Dremel. And what we're going to do here, guys, what we're going to do here, we're going to... Today we're going to work on our power supply. We've got our transformer, which is a nice meaty transformer. This has not seen a lot of use. There your secondary. There your primary. This side you got your secondary. So what we're going to do, guys, this transformer hasn't seen a lot of use. Now on this side here, we've got 3 secondary wires here. We've got a black, a purple, and we've got a black and 2 purples rather. Now what I wanted to do was just mount that on there like that. But I can't, because I've just noticed purple, black, bastard. What a bastard. Anyway, never mind. I've just spotted that now, so I can't put the transformer, I can't put the board there, which is where I wanted to put it. So what we'll do, we've got the transistor here. We'll be careful we don't pull wires off that. See, we can't bolt it to these because they carry current, they carry live and neutral, so we can't put it there. We can't put it there because that's secondary. They don't leave you a whole load of scope, do they, guys? Out! See, that was what I wanted to do, was put it there. They don't leave you a whole load of fucking... But because of the way they've built the transformer, I'm not able to do that. That's a bit of a bummer, that, to be honest. Mind you, I might, because I'd like this. I'd like to mount this. I don't want to mount it in the case it came out. Oh, that looks tacky. I want to do a really nice job. I want to make it look really good if I can. So what I could do, I could probably still do it, guys. If I take the wires out of here, I can probably still do it because I've got my wire kit. one out of there, and the two purples next to each other. Doesn't matter, see they're flexible, you see. Right, and we'll leave that black there because that came from an LED. You don't really need that. Now let's get the sucker, clear the holes out, because this is how we're going to do it, guys. But unfortunately, somebody, so what we'll do, we'll clean which is where the hole is. It's there. See, I'll still be able to do this, it's just not in the order that I wanted to do, which is just see, basically what I wanted to do was the order that was do it the way I wanted to do it, but unfortunately, and that's the black. There we go. Hang on, there we go. Right, so what we're actually going to do, guys, because we've got the holes there, we're not worried about that black, we'll get rid of that later. I can get rid of that now. That there, because it used to be black, but it's come off, but we know the two purples go next to each other. Right, that just went to an LED, which I don't think we need, but we might, so if we need it, we can put it back, because we've got it knocking about somewhere. It's here somewhere, seen it before. So what we need to do, so purple. So basically what we can do here, guys, what we're going to do here, we're going to get the small plier. I'm going to have to refile this soldering iron later. But for the moment, let's take the, clean all this. There you go, get that out, which is purple. That's the black. And that's the, yeah, now what we'll do is we'll clean the holes out. Do a proper job. This is how we're going to do it, guys. We're going to be able to do it the way we wanted to. I'll tell you what this is. This is chunky, this transformer. I would like to get a hole. Oh, we've got a hole in there now. Let's do this one. So we don't want to put too much heat in. There you go. Right. What we'll do now is we move this. Got all our tools out that we're going to need, pretty much. Got pretty much everything out that we should need. wire box. There's the heat shrink. We don't want the heat shrink just yet. Where's my fucking box? Where's my wire kit? Where's my wire kit? Ain't nothing. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Say, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? Yay. And for the, now we could probably get away with using, would they be long enough? That's there. We could put a green. The greens are not long enough, so we'll use a grey. We can put a grey in the middle for the black. That's the wrong way through. Come out, you cunt. We could find us see, I want to do this in a way where if you have to go into it, I want to try and get as much of the power supply off the bottom. I don't want to mount it to the bottom if I can help it. I don't even want to mount the transformer to the bottom. I might have to because of the weight of it, but we may do something about making it pluggable, because the radio at some point will have to be serviced. So we need another purple. The radio will need to be serviced at some point, so right. So move me wires. Right, well this is all being done as recorded because I can't do this live. None of this is going to be done live. As much, well, not if I can help it, it ain't. Right. Now, what the idea is, guys, I'm going to solder that there. Solder that there. So we've got 3 pins coming up. There you go. And that burns your fucking fingers. Now, what the idea is, these capacitors don't need to be replaced because they were replaced when I did the rebuild. These diodes are good. We'll leave that red there because that's for the LED if we decide to fit it. Now, what we want to do next, we want to connect, move that over there. And then do that like that, you see. Now, we should be able to connect this. So, we've gone the wrong way. So we want that there. We want this one here. Let's get a bit of heat shrink. You know what to say, guys? You know what to say about belt and braces? You know what to say about belt and braces? No, we need to find a piece of this that's good. That'll slide, just slip over that. That one's a bit too... Well, it won't go over the wire there, but there again, we don't expect it to touch there, so... yeah. Tell you what, let's try the blue one. No, I won't go any further. So we're going to use the green. There we go. Out! It's too early. I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing's free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. There you go. Let's get this. We don't want to twist the wire because we don't want to weaken it. But we know that'll fit on there because the other one did. There you go, guys. Don't want to melt the insulation or anything either. There we go. Ooh. Let's clip this down because it's too big. There we go. And this is for the black. We don't need to clip the wire down, it's not too long. Might need to... Ooh. Come on, don't be doing that. Can I squeeze that down a bit? Otherwise I've got to melt it with the soldering iron. That might do us. Yep, that's perfect. Squeeze it down a bit, must have had a bit of a lump. A bit of a lump. We're going to do this the way the manufacturer never did it correctly. I wish I had a lighter, it's run out of fuel. The best, worst thing I ever do is buy a petrol lighter because they fucking the petrol that they use evaporates. Right, so what we're going to do next, guys, we've got this all nice and clear. So what we're going to do, we're going to bend. We want the black towards me, which will, well, the grey, which used to be the black. So we're going to bring that over there like that. We're going to take that over there like that. We're going to put that straight up like that. We're going to fit that into there. Like that. See, we could have even put this See, that's perfect actually, guys. Just pull this through. Just bend that over. Pull that through. Bend that over. Pull that through. Bend that over. Let's see how we look. And what we can do, you see, what we can do, guys, we can actually solder that in. I would have liked this. I would have liked this to rest on here, but it's not going to happen because of the way this is done. And that's going to go on the side, so we'll probably have to put longer wires on that. Maybe, maybe not, we'll see. Yeah, I'm just looking. I wonder if I could do it the other way around. See, it's getting it, I could, but it's getting it with the soldering iron. I could do it that way around, and then, yeah, I could. And then have that resting on there. So we've got, so if we move this, don't want to move these too many times, it'll snap. Move that across like that, and then that like that, and that like that, and then just put. So there's the black can go through any of them two holes. That's the black, which is now the purple. Now the purple. There we go. If I can now get my out, bring this down, bend them over a second to sort of pull this one through a bit. See, what we can do now, guys, we can put that upside down like that. We can solder our wires on. There you go. And this one. I don't think we're quite soldered in there, but lift that up. I mean, we're up enough now. Oh, that one's come out. I thought we were in enough. One of them's right. Two of them are. It's just the third one we didn't quite. See, what the issue is, guys, I don't want to use a switch mode power supply because I just don't like them. You know, I don't like them. I don't want to use one. I mean, some people use them, they get great results with them. You know, but I just don't want, it's not what I want to do. I want to use a linear supply. That's not because that's what I've got. I want to use a linear supply because they're not as noisy. Now we've got that there, guys. That there's our red and black. That's our red and black, and that's what our radio will connect to. Now we can connect. Now we can bring this back here. We can bring that back there. We've got some. There we go. There you go, guys. Once we fit our transistor to the side, we can put a bit of double-sided tape, a bit of foam tape on the back, which I've got somewhere, and we can and that'll hold that securely. That'll never go anywhere. That once that's fastened in, that'll never go anywhere. That'll be all right. Board's a bit warped, but then again, wouldn't you be after 30 odd years? But it is in good condition. It is working. Right. So we're not going to. Now what we'll do, we'll have a look at how we're going to assemble it into the chassis. We'll have a look at how we're going to assemble it now, guys. We're not going to assemble it at this point, but we will look at how we're going to do it. We've got some holes to drill. We've got to make sure we do it right. So we're going to work out the best way of putting this in. So we're going to need to move this, put this out of the way, put that out of the way for now. Move these. Yeah, we've got a nice on and off switch as well, guys. Look at that fucker. Yeah, look at that fucker for an on off switch. Even says on off on it as well. That's a good chunky switch. It's only a single throw, but that's all we need. But we're gonna do what the manufacturers of this transformer power supply never did. We're gonna single throw it. So what we might have to do, guys, we might move this fucking power lead. Don't need that power lead, not yet anyway. I don't even know if we're going to be even using that, probably now. Right, put the microphone socket up there, we don't want to lose that. Let's get our capacitors on. Our on off switch, put that there, we don't want to lose that. See, I was going to put my hand in my pocket, and I was going to buy. See, what I'd like to have done is mounted this to the side, but I can't. I can't mount it to the side. Well, I could, but it might be too much weight, guys. I don't want to pull them wires off. It might be too much weight on the side of the transformer. So I've either got to come up with some sort of frame. We'll find our double-sided tape and then stick that board down properly. But we've either got to, you see, basically, guys, this has got to be done in a way where it can be serviced. And I just don't think taking the power supply, I just don't think unless of course I can do it in a way where the panel can be cut equally and we can just take one side off. Could do that, couldn't I? I could screw this to the bottom here, make sure we're away from the mains. Turn that round. See, that can go. See, that can go there. See, that'll be stuck there. The transformer will be stuck there. Yeah. Yeah, we can stick that there, guys. Well, this will be isolated, so we want to isolate that. We don't want that touching the chassis. So what we could do, we could put the transformer. We could put the transformer there. You know, we could put something like that. Because we've got all this space here for the radio. And I think that's the way to do it, guys. I think that's the way to do it. I think that's the way to do it. And what we could do, I could get my mate Mick to cut this equally in half for me and put another screw here and another screw here, you know, so we can take so we can take the whole top off if we have to. Let's go to camera 3 so you can see what's happening inside the case. There you go. Right, let's zoom out a bit because I think we're a bit zoomed in there, guys. Maybe, maybe not. But shut up, Scraps, it's too early. Yeah, we're zoomed in there. Look at that, well in. Thought we were. There we go. So what the idea is, guys, the idea is to put the transformer about there. Put the transformer about there, which is at the back of the case. We can mount the regulator there. That's no problem now. We can mount the regulator there. We can bring off. We can if we want to. We can put our LED back in, solder it into and extend the wires and bring it across. And we can have our radio connected to these two terminals, which used to come out the back. So, you know, yeah, I think. You know, I think that's how we. I think, to be honest, I think that's how we should do it. And we can use most of the screws. Well, you know, and that'll be all right there. Once we get some double-sided tape, that'll be okay there. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect, guys. Because that's not going to short out or do anything. That's really good. That's turned out good, that. So we're okay with that. These two here are the secondaries. Primaries. That's your they go straight to your mains to drive this. But we'll be putting a fuse. So we're going to have room for a fuse holder. We're going to put a fuse holder on the back so that we can change the fuse easy should it blow. That can go there. I mean, that'll cool beautifully there. You know, that'll cool beautifully there, guys. And this is all insulated. That'll cool beautifully there. I mean, you've got all this metal, all this heatsink. I mean, that transistor will cool beautifully there. Because what we'll do, we'll put a bit of heatsink cream under there, you see, to give it, to help it along. Put a bit of heatsink paste under there. So let's get it marked out. Now we're going to have to get, what do you call it on this? we're going to have to get a scribe, because we're not going to be able to do it with a pen. So we're going to have to find, there's my file, I need that to do my, redress my soldering iron in a bit. So let's find a scribe. Well, there's one there, but there's no point on it, so we can get this and we can file, just cut that off there where it's broke. Might be worthwhile doing that end. See what we can do then, you see what we can do, we can file this so that it's sharp, because I need to do it anyway. And then we can scribe where we need to scribe. I mean, I like to have the Dremel for this, but I'm just too lazy to dig the Dremel bits out. I shouldn't be really, I should just get them out and do it. But we want, so we want to just scribe a point, get a point on that. See, and then we can scribe it, you see. Once we scribe it, we can tap it, not with this, but we can find something else to tap it with. Okay, we're getting there, guys. But that might do it. And while we're here, let's just turn the soldering iron off. I don't like dressing them when they're on. We can always warm it back up again. I like to dress it when they're off. That way. There's a lot of shit on this, guys. Yeah, somebody called David Hutchinson emailed me and asked me if I wanted some fun. Don't email me, I don't want to know. Not interested. Don't know who David Hutchinson is. Don't want to know who he is. I don't have fucking fun with him for. I don't even know who he is. And I'm not that type of person anyway. So, fucking leave me alone, David Hutchinson. Otherwise, I'll just contact the police. Give them your email address. Because that's classed as harassment. Now I've told you I want fuck all to know. Now I've told you I don't want nothing to do with you. Don't you emailing me. Email me again, it's classed as harassment. mean that. I mean that. I won't take any shit from you. There you go, guys. Soldering iron all sorted. There you go. Soldering iron ready for tonight. Ready for action. Yeah, I don't like it when people try doing shit like that with me. You know, I don't do it to other people. It's called harassment. It's called spamming. Right. So I think the best thing to do, and that's nice and sharp that because I just stuck it in my finger. So what we'll do, we'll mark out the transformer. We're going to put the transformer on the bottom here. So we'll mark that there. Then we'll go move that wire and we'll try and fucking get in this way. It's difficult this way because if I can just get the first mark. See, I'm trying to put the holes in the middle of the transformer, so I've got a bit of give either way. Right, so I can move that now because I know where the hole is. It's gonna be there. That's that one. Now put that back over that hole there. Put that one over that hole there, which is right. The holes are right in the middle. Now this one. Which is the, and we want to, what we're going to do, we're going to just get the pliers and we're going to tap that one because we're not going to be able to. There we go. Now all we have to do is just move that one there, and we lost our hole. You always lose one. So that's that one there. I want it as straight as possible. Now has that moved that end or there's that. There it is. So if I lift that out of there, oh, I can see that. There you go. Right. Let's get the Dremel. We can drill it. We're at the point where we can drill a couple of pilot holes, guys. Yeah, we can knock a couple of pilot holes in. Start getting our power supply in. Right, so one done, and the other one is here. I think we need to be a bit further out actually. Just check it, make sure it's straight. There. Let's just mark that one again. Boom 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 boom. Yeah, we see the good thing about it is because now we've got the first hole and we can use. That's it. There you go. Just get the pliers. I could find a hammer, but there we go. That's the hole there. That's not half a hole, that's a whole hole. And that's what we're going to use. And we're going to put the drill smack on it there, hold it tight. Fuck me, we went through that, guys. And this one, we can just go through this. Got a bit of metal flake flicking in my fucking hand. And this one here is about the whole right hole there. That's the mark we made. Oops. We just skew it off slightly. Oops. I'm gonna bring this one a bit further in so we're straight there, because that one right. Make sure the transformer still lines up. It should, because the hole's elongated. Oh, easily. Well, yeah. By the time we drill, we're going to need the holes to be a bit bigger for that. So by the time we do that, by the time we make the holes a bit bigger for that, we need I asked Christine to put the iron in the shed the other day. Oh, shit's fell on the floor now. I asked her to put the iron away the other day in the cupboard. It's still here. And all I ever get out of her is in a minute. That's all I get, guys. There's me drill. In a minute, that's all I get. Yeah, when she wants something, I do it almost straight away. Ask her, it's in a minute. You know. Right, guys. Unplug the Dremel. See, we can do this by using the drill, the conventional drill. We don't need the drill. That's the wrong way up. We don't need the drill press for this. We can do this just by using our... Let's have a look at our nut. Nuts, oh hazelnuts. Yeah. So we want Cadbury's may come in, they no longer taste like chocolate. Fucking don't, do they? So I think this one, that one. Because we want it a bit bigger than the actual hole. So that we can get the nut. We want it a bit bigger than the actual nut so we can get the fucking nut. So we get the bolt so we can get it through. Yeah. Yeah, these are all Aldi tools, guys. These are Work Zone, Ferex, which is basically Aldi, I think. Or Lidl, I think they're Aldi, aren't they? But that being said, that being said, guys, and what gets me is when people put a drill bit in, right, they put it in all the different things and turn them, and you don't have to. You put it in one and turn it. We're only going to drill make sure we're not going to rip our fucking board off here. That's it. We'll get double-sided tape for that soon. Now, the only problem with this drill is I got it off the Mildred. And usually when you get stuff from the Mildred, it's not usually right. Like this has an habit going into hammer on its own. So what we'll do now we've got the drill, we've got the holes. What we can do, we can make sure that we're down on the drill. Unplug him a minute. Leave the drill in him in case we need him, because you never know. Drop him down there. Take out the transformer. We've got a couple of holes in the desk. That's no worries. We've got a bit of swarf on the bottom. That's no problem, because what we do there, we just do. Let's see if we can just plick this off without, I don't want to damage it. There we go. That's it. See what my thoughts are, guys, is to divide this into two and put an extra screw here and an extra screw here, maybe in the front because there's a lip there. So I'll put an extra screw in the front there, and then this can be taken off as a separate panel to service the radio. Let's just get this there a minute and just... There we go. Right. Right, so what we'll do now, we'll put our... We've got room there, guys. We've got room. Where's the other nut? On a mountain in Virginia stands a lonesome pine. Just below is the cabin home of a little girl of mine. Her name is June, and very, very soon she'll belong to me. For I know she's waiting there for me neath that lone pine tree in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine. In the pale moonshine our hearts entwine, but she carved a name and I carved mine, oh June. Like the mountain and blue like the pine. Now where's me fucking hole? Oh, don't say we're not quite there. Oh, you fucker. Yeah. Yeah, because I moved that one slightly in. Yeah, what a bummer, guys. I thought I would have got it. I still might actually. I'm waiting there for you. Yeah, there was only a washer on one side of this. I still might get it actually. We can still get it. We'll just get it. Just get the. Move that out of the way a minute. I've just got my hand up, guys. Just trying to find. There it is. It's alright to find it with your finger. When you try and find it with the fucking bolt, that's another matter. Oh, we've done it, guys. Yeah, we've done it. We're alright. Yeah, we've done it. No problem. Yeah, we've done it. There's no movement left to right, but that's okay. We've just got that for another fraction and we'd have been fucked. Yeah. We're just trying to get the nut on, guys. Well, that's the transformer in. Now let's find the two screws that hold, that are going to hold the regulator in. Now let's get me heatsink cream, because we're going to put a bit of heatsink cream on this, because it's going onto a piece of metal that's going to get warm. There we go. And what we'll do, we'll put this heatsink cream you have to do this, guys. Get it smooth as you can, and then the problem with this, where's me clean this dirty rag? Get it off your fucking fingers. It's horrible stuff. Look at that, it gets everywhere. So you can create an imprint inside the fucking case. Dee 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 dee. And that's doing my head in. Let's get me clean this dirty rag. There we go. Now what we need to do next is put this get me screw. We only screw these in, guys. Right, let's make sure we're not pulled our wires off. No, we're okay. But we're alright there. Now, get this on its end. Because now the transformer's in, let's get this through the hole. You should be the right holes. Oh. Let's get this fucking stuff all over you. Right. So what I'm going to have to do is just ream her, maybe not. Just get this here and see if it will go in now. It's pretty thick, the base of this. Yeah, it does. So what we'll do, we'll ream that side as well. Just give this one a bit of an extra. See, we're going to put feet on this as well, so we don't have to worry about the transformer screws or anything scratching anything. They won't. So we'll just use, there we go. Yeah, we're a bit further out from there than I'd like to be. Yeah, there, it goes in there anyway. A bit further out, guys, than what I'd like to be. Let's just get this into place. There you go. There you go. Use the screwdriver. And they're the correct screws. We're a bit out of line there, guys. I mean, well, no, actually we're not, you know. It looks like we are, but it looks like we are because we're looking at it from that screw and it looks like we're skewed slightly off, but we're actually not too bad. We're actually not too bad. See, that'll get us. See, that'll get us. There we go. Now we can tighten the transformer. Sort of. We may need to get another. We need to get something on there to help tighten that, but we've got to get one side of it back on. We've got to get one side off because we've got to put a fucking. We've got to put an earth on here. Right. So now let's make sure that we haven't damaged our 3 wires. No, we haven't. No, that's actually quite good, that, guys. Yeah. All we need to do is just in fact, to be honest with you, I could even lift that up there. Could even lift that up there, guys. To be honest, I could lift that up there and put a standoff in. I could put a standoff. Can I lift that all the way up and have a look? We can do something with it anyway. Anyway, for now, we're just going to leave it where we put it. There we go. That's gone in there lovely, actually, now. We'll just put a bit of sticky tape behind that, double-sided tape behind that. That'll be good. And that's... Just get me cleanest dirty rag. Wipe out some of this fucking heatsink cream. So don't get my fucking hands covered in it every time I put my fucking hands in here. There you go, guys. Yeah, that's lovely and straight, that, actually. There you go, guys. There's your transformer, your regulator back in. Yeah, that's actually quite pressed down onto the bottom there now, so, you know, yeah. A bit of double-sided tape on that. I'll tell you what I could even do, guys, and I probably will. I've got some cable ties. I could take a couple of cable ties right around the transformer, and that would hold it in place, wouldn't it? That would do it, wouldn't it, guys? So I got some cable ties sent to me very kindly of Karen and Jeff, but I can't remember where they are. I know they're here somewhere. They're on bench 2 somewhere. I know that because I put them there. Yeah, they're on bench 2 somewhere. But we'll get them, and what we'll do, we'll put cable tie around. And I think that'll sort us out. It's better than double-sided tape. It won't come off with the heat. Cable ties is a better idea. But that being said, let's see what time it is. It's only 1:45, Scraps. It's got too early yet. I've got 3 emails. Yeah, that's okay, I understand all that. Let me just try and find the Christine. Because we want to get our tea done and out of the way. So now, guys, we're starting to make some headway. Alright. right. Out.
Welcome to the EE.
No answer. It'll ring in a minute. On a mountain. Mind you, she went to pick Scraps' medication up for me. On a mountain in Virginia stands a lonesome pine. Yeah, just below is the cabin home of a little girl. And I might be able to cut through that myself actually with the Dremel. Mark it and just go through it with the Dremel and do that myself. But if not, I'll ask Mick if he'll pop over quickly with his not too vicious grinder and just cut it. I just want a line straight from there to there, straight down the back, straight down the bottom, and that way we can leave this side. We can leave this side attached, and we can take this side out to service the radio within. So, and we just have to add an extra couple of screws because this is like a lip here, one here and one here. So just an extra couple of screws through the front, no problem. Even that, or I could have the radio on hinges, so it could hinge out, but I'd rather not. But that's our power supply, and anyway guys, we've got to solder the red and black wires on yet. We've not done that. We don't need to worry about that just for yet. That's not really a thing to worry about at this point. So we'll need to solder them in. They just go onto here. So we'll just lift this up to do that. But we need to, yeah, we're yeah, and to be honest with you guys, to be honest, this is a 5 amp supply. It's a 7.1 surge, so, or 7.2. There's a fucking label here for it. 7.5 amp surge, sorry. So it's 7.5 amp surge, and it's 5 amp continuous. Yeah, DC 5 amp constant, 7.5 amp surge. And what we'll do, guys, we'll put this plate back on the back. Then we know that'll go where the power supply is. I don't know whether to put an IEC on here or whether to just drill it and put a fucking power lead on it. I don't know, I've not made my mind up. I'm still on the shelf about that. Still sat on the fence about that. But that's the main things in anyway. Our transformer and our transistor. Our power supply is in. And we're gonna fuse. What I might do, guys, I might buy one of those IEC sockets. You know, the ones that come with a built-in fuse holder. That might be a better bet, mightn't it? Yeah? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Just bloop it down there what you think. Let me know what you think. Now, moving on to the radio, guys. Right, this is the radio here that we're going to use. We're going to move that. We're going to take the high-low power socket. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to bring the wires for the high-low power socket to the front because we're going to have a switch on the front for that. Now, what I'm thinking of doing, instead of getting rid of the external speaker socket, get rid of this jack socket fucking about. What I'm thinking of doing, guys, is I can use that to connect it. I can use the jack socket there to connect it, as it's always been done, and I can use the external speaker socket to power to drive the speaker, and I won't need to fuck about with these. And I can just get rid of those, not worry about those. The aerial, I can plug it into here, and then take it to plug up. I mean, it's only going to be, so the radio is going to be mounted on the side here, So we're only going to be that amount of wire going. If we can just lift it up and show you, we're only going to be that amount going to the fucking. So it saves disturbing any of this. We can just go straight to there with an aerial socket. A male to go into here, and a female there for the main aerial to go in. That's what I'm thinking. And the external speaker, the speaker, can plug into the external speaker socket, and that way it's for ease of maintenance as well. If you need to disconnect the speaker to plug the test instrument, I'll leave enough room so that test instruments can be plugged into here. You know, this will come a bit further forward to about there, say. That'll come to about there. That'll come to about there. And we don't need to, I don't know whether we need to put any standoffs on, because the board doesn't clear. The board will never hit the bottom of this because, well, it's stood off here anyway, and it did have a metal case on it, so you know, that's, so we can probably just mount that, just mount a standoff here, and then we can mount the board to the mount the radio to the bottom there and mount it to one side here. And we don't need to change the wiring on the plugs, on the switches, because they'll all be the same. We don't need to worry about getting rid of the PACB, because we're not going to use the PA anyway, and if it's there, it's there, it doesn't matter. But let me push this further back so you guys can see. So there we go, guys. We've got the transformer, we've got the power supply fitted in. We're going to finish the power supply off. We're going to put an IEC on the back with a fuse, so I'll order one of those up because I don't have one with a fuse. So we'll put an IEC with a built-in fuse. In fact, I'm going to have a look at that subwoofer out the back, because I've got a subwoofer out the back which is scrap, and if that's got an IEC connector with a fuse, I'll nick it. If not, we'll order one in. But scraps. But I much prefer, you know, yeah, I think we are a little bit cockeyed here. I think we are a little bit cockeyed, just slightly here, guys. I think we could have been a bit further over that way a bit with that, but who cares? Who cares? It's gonna work. You know, it's got, you know, we've got a, what do you call it, knocking about here somewhere. We've got the lead that came with the Fidelity, which also I believe has a fusing line as well, so we can leave the fusing line. So we can plug it straight in, solder it to here, plug it straight into there, and we've also got a fusing line, and we can make it all nice and neat. See, I want to make it as easy as possible to work on, because I'm having Microchips do some modifications, if he will, and I think he will. I'm going to have Microchips do some modifications for me, and I think I want to make this as easy for him to work on as is possible. I want it to go to him as a finished product, so that if he decide, so that if he wanted, he could plug it in and use it. That's how it needs to go to him. It needs to be a finished product, a finished item to go to him. And I want him to put a modification in, but I don't want him to put the modification in here. I want him to put it down here somewhere, so it looks like it's always been there. And I think he'll be able to do that. There's Christine, and I think he'll be able to do that.
I need to slap this medication up.
Right, well, hurry up. We want tea. Right, I'll see you when you get back. Bye. Yeah, she just picked Scraps' medication up. I bet it was 20 odd quid up. She's got a receipt. Yeah, she was creeping round here early hours this morning. I don't know what she was up to. But I told her, she said that she came for the drying. But she said to me, have you done the drying before I pulled her up? She thought I was a fucking sleep and I wasn't. I don't like people creeping in at that time. It was about 7 this morning she crept in. I don't want people creeping in. You know, I'm going to start putting my fucking bottom lock on. And then when I get up on the morning, I can unlock the cunt. I'm waiting for me, what do you call it, to come, guys. Be a monumental moment tonight because, well, probably tomorrow, because I'm going to try and do this in the day and get on and speak to you guys at night. But we're not doing live streams on this. We're just not. You know, I'll talk about it on live streams, but we won't be doing any work on it on live streams because it's just that labour intensive. But yeah, we've got plenty of room there, guys. Look at all that there. We've got about fucking, what, 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches there for that transformer. And that's why I went for the deep case. So we'd have so there's got to be plenty of room in the case and around the case. I mean, I was going to put a bracket across it. I was going to put a spacer across. I was going to put a partition across here. But I don't think I need to. I don't think I'll need to because that radio's got plenty of shielding on it. So I think we can just roll with it as it is, guys. We've still got some of that fucking thermal paste there, look. Just get me cleanest dirty rag. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to pull any wires off. Yeah, and we're actually waiting for the meters to turn up for the signal meter and the RF meter. We're waiting for them, guys. Scraps! Bloody hell, I'm going to do it in a minute. I can't feed him till she gets back because his medication goes into his dinner. So I can't give him his dinner. She's been out. I can't give him his dinner till she gets back. I feel sorry for him. He wants his dinner, but he can't have it till she gets back because he needs his medication and he's got none. He's run out. That's why she went to get it today. Because they know her down at the vet, so they let her have it on. They just let her have it on tick, if you like. She just gets it off them, and then I'll just pay for it. You know. But yeah, she was creeping round here, and I never got it out of her. What for? Well, I did, but I never got the fucking truth. First she said she was wanted to get the stuff out of the dryer, but she didn't know whether I'd done it. She said it was still wet, but it wasn't because I dried it before I went to bed. So I knew and I was awake listening to her. But I don't know what she was doing. I couldn't be asked getting out of bed. I should have done. But I never heard the dryer open. And she said the stuff was still wet, but it wasn't because I dried it before I went to bed. I put the machine on before getting it. Well, it was on a fucking good hour before I went to bed. It was due because it went off about 10 minutes after I got. Well, it went on before I went to bed, and I woke up about fucking 3 o'clock and it had stopped. I went back to fucking sleep, and then I woke up because I heard the door open, and because Scraps fucking knows her, he doesn't fucking bother, you see. Just a bit of a bastard, really. Anyway, never mind that, guys. But I told her I don't want her coming in here while I'm in fucking bed asleep. There's no reason for her to come over at that time. I mean, I've not forgotten what she did a couple of months ago. She fucking strafed me fucking bank account. She was lucky, very lucky. Because if I'd have been in a bad mood, I'd have rang the police and I'd have prosecuted to the full extent of the law. You know. Anyway, guys, moving on. So what we're gonna do? We're there good and tight now with that. That's not going to go anywhere, guys. But we've got just enough room to get a couple of things around there and hold that tight onto there, and that'll work. That'll work, guys. That'll work for us. That'll be our. All we have to worry about is our secondary. Scraps! Bloody hell. I can't do nothing about it. She's not back yet. You can't have your tea until she gets back because you've got to have your medication, which has to go into your meat, otherwise you won't take your bloody medication. I mean, he'll take his tablets. If he's got a tablet, he'll take a tablet. So you put a tablet in your hand, he'll eat it like a Smartie straight out your hand. But that liquid stuff, you won't take it. You've got to put it in his food. And I suppose you could do a vice grip garage and shove it straight down his yap. But I wouldn't want to try and open his mouth. It'd take your fucking fingers off, little fucker. It'd take your fingers off to try and open his mouth by force. And I don't blame him, because I'd take some fucker's fingers off him to try and open my mouth by force. So it has to go into his dinner. But we're getting there anyway, guys. I mean, I didn't really want to go down a lot of people use them now. People put them in for convenience. But I think, we should have enough room for the power lead. If not, we can put the power lead here. No problem. Got plenty of room for the power lead. But I'm a linear man. I like linear supplies. And apart from the fact that this was switched, that the negative was fused. Fancy fusing the negative. Putting the fuse on the negative. Fuck me, that's lethal. If there's a problem and the fuse blows, it means the life's still energised. You're not allowed to fuse the negative in this country. I mean, in most countries you don't fuse any of them, like America. They rely on the fact that the fuse board's gonna blow, because their plugs don't have a fuse in them. I mean, that's another thing, guys. Let's come over to the camera, because we're getting near the end now. I'll just go to camera, go to camera 2, give you a look from the other angle. There you go. And that's it, you see, guys. We can just fit this like this. We don't have to take all this metal off. We can fit this like this, and we can perhaps put a screw here, a standoff here, so that a screw can be taken out from the bottom and a screw can be taken out from there, to get the bottom off. But first of all, we're going to build it. But we've got plenty of hardware anyway. And I've got my nice, look at my on-off switch, guys. It says on and off on it. That's gonna look fucking really good. Once that's in the front, that's gonna look really good. It's only a single throw switch, but that's all you need, because I'm gonna fuse it. I'm gonna fuse it, and I'm gonna switch it on the live. the live and the live and the live and the fuse are going to be on the switch. The negative, we're not going to bother. We'll just go straight to the transformer with the negative. That's okay. That can go straight to the IE. In fact, actually, that can go straight to the IEC. One of them, either one, it doesn't matter. Can go straight to the IEC socket. Really, and the other one, well, both of them can if there's a fucking. If I do this right, guys, I can take this straight to the IEC socket. If I buy an IEC socket with a fuse in it, they can both go straight to it. The earth can come off, be bolted onto here, soldered. I've got the earth on the original lead with the clip with the loop on it, with the tag on it, and we can just bolt that straight back down to there, and we're earthed. We're all done. You know, and then just put the black and red wire in for the power supply, you know, to supply the radio. That's it. You know, I'm not going to put any. I was thinking about an auxiliary. I was going to put a power supply on the. I was going to put a 12-volt supply on the back. But who's going to fucking plug that into a... Who's going to plug that in, well, a 13.8 volt supply socket. I was going to move that socket and put it on the back. Same as these ones, I was going to put them there, but there's no point. You know, just making life harder. You know, and we've got the lid down here for it, guys. We've got the lid. Well, I think this was the lid. It could have been the fucking bottom. But we're going to use it as the lid, because heat rises, and we can even put a fan in there if we want. You know, we can even put a fan in the back of there if we want. You know, we'll see, but we've got to wait for a couple of things turning up. The speaker grill's still got to turn up. That hasn't got here yet. So we're still waiting on the speaker grill. And the other thing is, guys, when you finish with your tools, take your fucking drill out of your drill bit. Don't just leave your drill in your drill bit. Don't just leave your drill bit in your drill. Take it out. Don't be lazy. Take the drill out. Leave the chuck undone because you don't want it seizing up or jamming. Always leave the chuck undone. Wrap the lead round the drill so that everything's nice and tidy, and all this can stay out because it's going to get used. Some of the holes are going to be done on the drill press, I think. Some of them will be done on the drill press. Some of them will be done with the hand drill. I mean, where like stuff like this, doesn't have to be precise. That can be done with a hand drill. But anything I want to do, I mean, like that's not going anywhere. That, I mean, and we've got nice heat. We've got thermal thermal. What's the word? Thermal transfer, because we put heatsink cream on the bottom of this bracket. So on the bottom of that heatsink, so we've got good thermal transfer from that bracket into the metal. And what we do, guys, we always put the drill bit that we've just used, and is that the wrong way up? No, it's the right way up. Put that back there like that, and there's a couple of drills, small drills missing out of this. One of them is in my Dremel. But I'll leave that in my Dremel because I use it a lot. Oops. There you go. But we'll leave all this out because we're going to be using it, you see. So it may as well stay out. And Mick's going to be happy, the scrap fella, because I've got some junk for him. This has all got to be tightened up. Because that'll all have to be tightened up. But yeah, what we'll do, guys, I was lying in bed last night. I was lying in bed last night and I was thinking about this before I went to sleep. And I thought, what's the best way to do this? you know, I thought the best way is to mount the power supply in, not use any of the original power supply case. That can be got rid of. That can be discarded. It's not needed. We can use that. We can mount the power supply like we have done, as you can see. And we can, you know, we can mount the power supply like we have done, and that's not going to go anywhere. That's perfect. That's rock solid. We'll just put a couple of cable ties around that to just hold the board in place, which I don't see any harm in doing that. Anyway, guys, scraps out. I can't do nothing. I've told you, because she's not back yet. I know you don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm shouting at you, and I should, because all you want is your bloody dinner. It's a shame. You want your tea. She'll be back in a minute, son. She's on her way. Anyway, guys, let me come back to camera 5. There we go. I should call it camera 4, really. But then again, we do have sometimes want to plug I do sometimes want to plug an extra camera in, so, you know, sometimes we may plug the JVC in, but we don't know. But that being said, we are getting there, guys. We've started it. The project has been begun. Matthew's stuff went out to him today, so he'll get his stuff back tomorrow, probably. I mean, that's a little bit higher than a base station would normally be. Well, actually, it's probably about the right height, actually. But I want to make it heavy duty, guys. I want to make it so that, you know, I want to make the kind of CB radio. I want it the way I want what I want. I want the kind. I'm not bothered about the guts. Well, I've got the writing board anyway. The 134 Cybernet. I'm using that because it's the best board that Cybernet did. Well, it's the best UK FM board that out of anybody ever did. The Unidens are not bad, but they're not as good as Cybernet as far as I'm concerned. I'm a Cybernet guy. But it would have been nice actually to get one of their export models. You know, something like that Marco that I sold to Microchips. Someone like that would have been nice to build into that. That would have been brilliant, guys. Because I could have made a fake, I could have added all the extras and made a fake jumbo. But that's not the intent here. The intent here is not to make something like that. The intent here is to make a radio I actually want. That I actually going to have it in the shack. We'll rearrange the shack so we can have this in the shack. Because the FT101E is probably going to go. I'm probably going to sell that. I'll find somebody for that. But I think I'm going to be getting rid of the FT101E. But I don't know yet. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'll get this uploaded for you now. I'll give you something to watch with your tea. I'll catch you later, guys. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the first instalment of the home build CB radio. You take it easy, and I'll be on at 7:30. I'll be on at 7. Catch you in a bit, guys. Bye for now.